If you have seen my last video, then you would know that I was in Turkey earlier this year and I spent a total of 6 days in Istanbul. Istanbul is a big city spread across two continents, Asia and Europe, and even in 6 days I could only see the European side. How I had planned my stay was to stay 3 days in Sultanahmat and 3 days in Taksim so I can cover all popular places without much traveling required. My last video covered Sultanahmat, and in this video we are going to explore Taksim. But first, let's try and reach my hotel because I landed in Istanbul 1 in the morning from Kayseri, and we read online that Havaist buses depart from Sabiha Gökçen Airport at 12:30 last. But we came out and we saw some buses ran and found that one of these is going to Taksim. 805 lira for 2 people to get from the airport to Taksim, and then we'll see what to do. Finally at our hotel. I'm gonna sleep now because it was a hectic day, although a fun day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And good morning. So again, I'm back in Istanbul, and this time we are staying in Taksim, and today I'm going to take you around this side of the bridge. But first, before anything else, let me give you a room tour and hotel tour because this place is very unique. So I booked this place on Airbnb and it looks a little rundown from outside, but let's go inside. So I found this place on Airbnb, and this is very close to Taksim, just 5 minutes walking to Istiklal Street, but still away from the crowd and the noise. You can book this from Airbnb as well. I'll put down the link in my description box. But this is a fabulous place to stay at. A unique piece of history built 150 years ago, so you can imagine how special this is. Okay, if you see the roof around here, that's from the original building, which was built 150 years ago. So if you look at these tiles, they're all from the original building. And our lovely host Fatih has restored them. Look at that, it's so beautiful. And then I reached Istiklal Street, which is the main street in Taksim and is always bustling with crowd. Oh wait, but I was here before and I didn't show you. One sec. Finally, we are in Taksim and we can see how many tourists are here because it's mad. There's so many people, but you'll find all the amenities in Taksim and not Sultanahmat. That's like more cafe and historical places. We couldn't find like a little shopping mart over there, but over here there's everything. While Sultanahmat still preserves the old world charm, Taksim is the modern part of Istanbul. This street is open 24/7 and you will see citizens as well as tourists frequenting this market all the time. In the past, Taksim was a place where water used to be distributed to different parts of the city. How interesting is it, like what it was in the past and what it has become today? Right now, if you visit Taksim, it's only crowded with shops, restaurants, cafes, nightlife, parties, and I don't know, if you want to get something, Taksim is the place you can find it. Oh, you came across this really cool store where there are like sneakers that have stuff printed on them, and they look really cool, like custom-made sneakers. I did not mean to shop, but look how many things I got. It's all because of this guy. He's a shopaholic and he makes me shop too. But the stuff's really cheap in here, and that is in Istiklal Street. Don't buy anything from Grand Bazaar. The stuff in here in Taksim is cheaper. chestnut, which is roasted, and you'll find this at every other place in Istanbul. So finally trying this. It's sweet and soft on the inside. I think you should really try this. It's a local street food, really good. It's midnight now and it's time to grab some dinner. And we found this restaurant called Esmer. Great reviews, looks really nice. Going in. Got the best seat in the house. Look at that. Remember, I was saying that Turkey's fashion is very nice, very unique. I came into the store and I'm stunned. Look at their collection. Guilty as charged. Just came across this church on Istiklal Street. I don't know the name, let me find it out. But it is so beautiful. I mean, the architecture and the stained glass windows, they look fabulous. The arches in the church are so symmetrical. They're like so pleasing to the eyes. So if you're like walking around, just take a peek and you'll find this church looks stunning. Just have a look. Beautiful, isn't it? If you're walking around Istanbul like I am, you can't help but notice the number of cats in the city. I really wanted to know why there are so many cats in Istanbul, and not just Istanbul, cats are found everywhere in Turkey, every single city. So how did so many cats end up living here? So after going through a lot of articles, I found out that Turkey is a Muslim country, and in Islamic culture, cats have a special place because they are considered clean and are allowed to enter houses and mosques even during prayers. Even Prophet Muhammad loved cats. So this is where it began, because cats were not allowed to be killed or underfed. If you're wandering around Hagia Sophia, you'll also find a celebrity cat called Glee, who's 14 years old and has its own Instagram page. And the locals love them too. Cats are well fed and always taken care of, even though they are not their pets. I found this place where there are a lot of coffee shops lined next to the street on the footpath, and it looks really cool. I'll find out the name of this street and I'll put it in the video. But this is a really cool place outside of Istiklal Street, and we can just go and chill around here. It looks so nice and artsy. We are heading to Galata Tower to see that area, and just walking through Istanbul's little streets and suburbs. If you can, just get on foot and walk around this area. I'm at Galata Tower. There you go. But again, there's like a massive queue over here for the ticket office. That's the ticket office, and this is the queue. It's like going towards a different street. I don't think I have the energy to stand here and take ticket to go upstairs to face another crowd. Got myself to stand in the line to get tickets. We are inside Galata Tower, and it's 175 lira for the tickets. It looks really nice and well maintained. You get the lift to 6th floor and then you have to walk upstairs. Oh, it was so hot downstairs. This wind is so refreshing. But I'm glad I came upstairs. It's very beautiful. You can see all of Istanbul from here. It's exceptional. The views are fabulous. If you can catch the sunset from here, even better. And it's very, very crowded. If you see here, and this is the case like on every spot, because everyone wants the best spot, everyone wants their pictures. And if you're coming up here, be ready for the crowds. It's just very, very, very busy, and sometimes it's just, I feel it's a little dangerous because the way is very narrow, so you need to be very careful if you're standing here for photos. We ended this day early with some souvenir shopping and dinner at Istiklal Street because I had a lot planned for the next morning. Today I am again in Istanbul, but going a little further away from the city to Princess Island. So Princess Island is basically called Adalar in Turkish, and it's a group of 9 islands in the Sea of Marmara, and only 4 are open to visitors, and we are going to the largest of that, which is called Buyukada. I'll tell you all about it, but first we have to catch a ferry from Kabataş ferry terminal and then head over to Buyukada. Let me get on the ferry and then I'll tell you all about how to get here and how to get there. So to get to Kabataş, you have to take a tram from Taksim. We did not take a tram, we took an Uber straight from our hotel to Kabataş ferry terminal, and at the tram stop you just walk, like behind the tram stop is the ferry terminal, and from Kabataş you take a ferry to Princess Islands or Adalar. Also there are ferries departing from Eminönü, Beşiktaş and Üsküdar from the Asian side. So this is the ferry terminal that takes you to Adalar. Adalar is basically the Turkish name for Princess Island, and there are 4. Buyukada is the furthest away, so it's going to take us about 1.5 to 2 hours to get there. You can also visit the first 3 islands, Heybeliada, Burgazada, and the last one I forgot the name of, which are like a little closer to Istanbul and takes lesser time. But Buyukada is the most famous one and the biggest, so we have decided to go there. And if we used Istanbul card, which is and I think it took 21 lira for like to get there. Hopefully we'll have enough to come back. Just got onto the ferry, and if you see behind me, that side, that's the Asian side, and we are on the European side. Ooh, snacks. Well, let me try one. Something very common in like on the way to Princess Island or just on the sea. People throw out bread to seagulls, which I think is not right because it's bread and it can make the birds sick. I used to think it's bird food that people throw, but now I realize it's just bread. And I don't think you should do it. If you're listening to me, if you're watching the video, don't do it. It's going to make them sick. And after exactly 2 hours, we are here at Buyukada. The best part about these Princess Islands is that there are no cars over here. So there's no motor-driven vehicles, only electric cars, electric taxis, and bicycles, or you can walk on foot. Earlier there used to be horse-driven carriages, but now they're banned as well, which is a great thing. But yeah, if you're here, make sure you have to walk or you have to take a cycle like anyone else over here, which is pretty cool. So I got this bicycle for myself, and we are at Sahara Bicyclet Rent a Bike. Paid 60 lira for one bike for the whole day. I know it goes out for 10 lira, but it's high season. So. This is where things took a bad turn for the day. I don't have any footage of cycling because I literally had a breakdown out of frustration, cried, and returned the bicycle. It's safe to say I'm not the best cyclist, but this was not my day as well. So just spent about 2 hours in Princess Island, Buyukada. It's a beautiful island. There are so many beautiful little streets and alleys. However, what I found out that riding a bicycle here is difficult because there are a lot of crowds and it's very uphill. Like as soon as you get out of this main center, everything's going up and it's not that easy. So if you want to navigate around here, you have to either take one of those bus tours, which has a long queue, like a massive queue of people, and they were like we were around that spot for like 2-3 times, and this line had not gone ahead because the buses were all gone for the tours. Apart from that, you can walk, but it's a massive island. So we saw the walk to the topmost point was about 2.5 kilometers, which was 1 hour, and it's very hot, so we did not do that. Things are a little expensive over here because it's an island. It's a nice island, but just not my day. Maybe we are heading back to Istanbul and maybe going to check out some other places. Got off at Eminonu because we have decided to go to Balat. And also because I did not want my day to end like that. I still had half a day left, and if Princess Island didn't work out, I wanted to see something else. So I took a bus to Balat. We have reached Balat Antique Cafe, which is this cafe is really cute. It's so colorful, and this is the place where there are the umbrellas on the street. It's a very small portion and everyone wants to take pictures over here, so make sure you're coming here with your mind prepared that there will be people, but it's still lesser than what I saw in Taksim and Sultanahmat area. Oh my god, the crowd there was crazy. Compared to that, over here it's still better. There are lesser people than that, but this is very popular, so you will find people. We just ordered some cold coffee over here. You can actually have some food. They have a good cafe and a massive cafe, but this is very pretty, very pretty. It's Balat is such a beautiful little suburb in Istanbul. I mean, the architecture is really nice, the mix of old and new, and it used to be a bad suburb actually. Then they renovated it, colored the houses, and now it's all pretty popular amongst Instagrammers because you can get a lot of photos in here. Like you can see it, the number of people here taking photos. But this is a nice, worth visiting detour from Istanbul's main points. You can still see here some of these houses. They are old and almost about to die. Like they might collapse very soon. These are all wooden houses, and then these are the new ones that are cemented. But this is such a beautiful mix of architecture, old and new. So once you have checked out the colorful houses and the cafes and everything, make sure to come down to the street where there are all of these antique shops and check those shops out. Some of them have very incredible stuff. And we have reached Taksim Square. Trying some baklava from this store called Hafiz Mustafa. It's very popular and apparently their baklava is very good. So let's see if it is actually good or not. If you're here, you should definitely come and try this kunafe from Hafiz Mustafa. It's right on Taksim Square. You can't miss this shop. And it's so yum. Not really sweet, just like the right amount of sweetness. Lots of cheese and pistachio. The baklava is yum, but it's a lot of sweet for me. And if you are someone who loves sweet stuff, you will love this place. We're trying all the pistachio baklavas. They have walnut flavor as well, but the pistachio ones are very tasty. Good morning. Last day in Turkey, and tomorrow we are leaving. And I was contemplating whether I should do Dolmabahce Palace or not, but then last night I decided I should do it because this is a marvelous piece of architecture and history, and I really wanted to see this place. We didn't do Topkapi Palace, so we are doing Dolmabahce Palace. We are here at around 1. The crowd is not that bad, just standing in the line to get our tickets, and then we'll go inside. But it's sad that I'm leaving Turkey tomorrow. Last day. I wish I could see more, stay more. But yeah, I'll definitely come back. But let's enjoy our last day. Teşekkürler. The ticket price is 300 lira. And it's open from 9 till 6 in the evening. Ticket offices close at 5:30, so keep that in mind. You can get audio guides in Dolmabahce Palace for free of cost along with your ticket, but you need to keep your passport, ID card, driver's license as a deposit, or if you don't have that, €100 or $100 US. I didn't have any of that, so couldn't take the audio device. That was the palace, the main palace, and wow, it was incredible. If you're coming here, do not miss Dolmabahce Palace. I can't believe myself I was about to miss it. Now we are going towards Harem, and I'll try and show you that as well. I just shot whatever I could over here. It's very strict inside. The guards keep on saying no photos, no photos. So I just sneaked and took some photos and videos for you guys. But wow, it's incredible. You have to come and see it to understand how beautiful it is. end of our Dolmabahce Palace tour. I think I spent about 2.5 hours in there, and this palace is worth it. Take your time, take the audio guide, make sure to bring your ID or passport with you, and you will be sorted for a few hours. You'll love it. It's so beautiful. The architecture and the history is stunning. So we are walking all the way from Kavatash to Galata port to see if we can find any Bosphorus cruises, because we did not plan this trip to any extent. I don't know why I left Bosphorus for the last day. Now we are at Kadikoy side, and no, looks like Bosphorus cruises don't go from here either. If you want to catch the cheap Bosphorus tours, which is like done by locals and stuff, you have to come to Eminönü Pier, and there are Bosphorus cruises going every day. We just paid right at the entrance, and this cruise leaves in 30 minutes. Come up to get some seats so that I get some good seats. I think I've got one. But yeah, if you want to do it in a budget, this is a good one. Eminönü Pier towards Sultanahmat side, and you can get the tickets on the spot. Or if you want end-to-end service, you have to book it online, which is a little expensive, between 40 to 50, goes up until 100 euros. Up to you. From this point of view looks beautiful. I mean, I can see all the big mosques, the Asian side, the European side around me, and it's beautiful. And definitely recommend doing the later cruise. This one started at 7:40. The heat is low. I just saw the sunset, and I think this is the perfect one. That was the end of our tour. Pretty good, pretty cheap. I mean, I just paid $5 for myself for this tour, which lasted 1.5 hours. I think it was a good value for money. If you want to do a Bosphorus tour, which is within a budget, and you don't want to spend much, you just want to see the sceneries, come to Eminönü Pier and take one of these tours. They depart every, I think, 45 minutes, and it's pretty cool, pretty nice.